one of our guys went in and found them, and like we're like, we can sell you, like we have singles coming off, like if you want to buy one. And so I like handed this woman a burger, and she picked it up. She said, "Oh, it's ice cold." And I was like, "No, you're kidding. Like, no, it's not. It just came off the grill." And she's like, "No, it's ice cold, but it's okay." I was livid. I was so upset because there's no way. And like I'm not gonna get into it, but.
Welcome to Line Check's Battle of the Houses. This is a contest featuring back of house and front of house. These are all service industry and hospitality professionals.
My name's Colin. We do Yellow Paper Burger in Los Angeles. Me and my fiance Katie, and we're here today with Hyro, our main competitor down in Long Beach. See what we can do today.
Hey, I'm Katie, the other half of Yellow Paper Burger.
I'm Heido, Hamburger's Nice, Long Beach, California. Went to Yellow Paper Burger to learn how to make burgers, and here I am. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh!
Did I win?
You got it.
In-N-Out or Shake Shack, and why?
It's got to be In-N-Out.
Have you been to Shake Shack?
Yeah, I have. I went to that one downtown, and I think the one in Hollywood. The burgers, it's kind of hard to compare though. You know what I mean? I feel like they're different burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I
just
agree.
being from California and living in LA for 10 years, like it has to be In-N-Out.
What's your In-N-Out burger order?
Double, raw onions, extra pickles, chopped chilies. Yeah.
Tight.
Basically like a yellow paper, you know?
I went to Shake Shack once. I gotta go back, no disrespect. But then I got there and I was in the mood for a chicken sandwich, and I got the chicken sandwich.
I feel like their chicken sandwich is
And it was
better
good.
than the
And
burger.
It was good. It was good. So I haven't technically had the burger there, but I will. I will.
It's also like really expensive.
Mm.
Like a burger and fries and a drink is probably like more than $20, which is crazy.
Shout out to In-N-Out.
What's your In-N-Out order?
Thanks for asking. A double single, because then it gets too cheesy for me. So 2 patties, 1 cheese. Double
In the
single.
middle?
It doesn't matter. Double single chopped chilies, mustard fried, raw onions chopped, whole grilled onions, and then sometimes extra tomatoes.
Oh.
Trying to get the salad in there.
Do you do the cold cheese?
I do.
You posted about that, and I
do.
didn't even know that was a thing until you posted about it.
I used to date a girl that worked at In-N-Out, and she told me about cold cheese, and I do it for the Instagram, to be honest. Like, it's cool, but you want that shit melted,
Yeah.
to be honest. Yeah,
I've never tried the cold cheese.
it's fine. It's for the Instagram picture.
What's the craziest burger customization you've ever received?
There was a food influencer who will not be named,
Perfect.
who was very active, just like, just very, very liking every picture, DMing me like, "Are you ready? I'm gonna come." And when he finally came months later to try the burger, he customized the shit out of it.
Oh no.
Where it was like less of this, more of this on the side. And I wasn't listening to the order, but when it came through the ticket, I like grabbed the ticket and I'm like, I have to talk to you. So I was like, hey, Like, can I just make you my normal burger? And if you don't like it, I will give you this burger. But so I ended up making him my normal burger, and that's kind of the end of the story. Like, he liked it, but the thrill was gone because I'm like,
For him?
well, for me, because I'm like, you're a food influencer with like all these followers, and you're customizing my burger to make it your burger,
Right.
and it just, I don't know, the fun was over.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge of you that you're like, let's just hear me out. Like, eat my food, and if you don't like it, then we can make it your food. But it's really big of you to do that.
I try to make no modifications a part of my brand, but like in a easy, like a playful way. Because at the end of the day, like allergies, or if someone really hates onions, like sure. But the attitude is like, if you come to my house, like you're gonna have the food I'm gonna serve you.
Yeah. Like, don't come and like reinvent the wheel when I already did it for you. Like, my food.
Yo, but with so many ingredients in a yellow paper burger, I'm sure people are like, light lettuce.
We do get light lettuce a lot. We get like chilies on this, or like we recently have been getting like everything on the side at this catering thing that we did. Multiple people were like, can I just get all the toppings on the side? Like, so just tell us what you do and don't want if you want to like change it. The worst one that annoyed the shit out of me was, I forget where it was, but they ordered a single and said, can you cut it in 4?
Yeah.
Like, just get 4 single burgers and like, or get 1 burger and just like take bites, pass it around. People are so weird with sharing food. That was the first one.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all good, but I think it comes from love when I want to give you my burger as is.
Right, there's
because I'm like,
intention.
hey, like I worked hard to put this together, and I'm proud of it. Like,
Right.
take a bite. Like, if you hate it, I'll put no whatever on it, or extra whatever. But people are funny.
Oh, also, one of the people that works with us, he told me recently, he does no cheese, no tomato, which is fair, fine. But he recently told me that he doesn't say no pickles, but he takes them off himself because he likes the pickle like juice that like ends up on the patty. I was like, okay, I love you for that. Like, I love you.
Yo,
You know who I'm talking about.
And you and you guys and all the viewers, you're about to learn something from me. I'm the same type of person.
Really?
Yeah, like I love pickles, and I'll eat them in my
theory.
burgers. No, I'll eat them in my burgers for whatever reason, but like any other burger, I take them off. I still eat the pickle,
Just
but
not
like
on
at my discretion.
Huh.
Yeah, maybe like the 6th bite is the one that I'm like, that's the one the fucking pickle's going in.
That's funny.
But yeah,
It's a common occurrence.
Dill pickles, like, yeah, dill pickles.
Yeah, that's what we use.
Is there a ticket? Is there a ticket for dill pickles versus bread and butter pickles? If there isn't, maybe on the next time you have yellow paper and hamburgers nice, you should put that one.
Number 2, what is your go-to meal after a pop-up? This is a good one. I
Yeah.
want to make it 2 parts though, because you have morning pop-ups because you're crazy, and then you have morning, breakfast, lunch pop-ups, and then you have dinner service
Yeah.
pop-ups. So what's your, like today after service, what's your go-to meal?
The attitude is like anything but burgers, you know? So something, not answering your question, but something that's been going on is I pop up in front of a pho place.
Mm-hmm.
So before service on Fridays, pho right before, and I feel a little self-righteous, like I'm doing something healthy for myself, like yeah, noodles and broth, like nothing fried.
Yeah.
I would say after, just simple stuff, dude. I think after like sniffing or smelling just meat juice and cheese for like 4 or 5 hours, I think I just want like chicken and rice, or I want like teriyaki chicken or something super simple.
What was that spot across the street from your new house? You said
The
chicken and rice.
Taishi Chicken. Shout out to Taishi Chicken. I hope they get busier after this podcast, and I hope they thrive because Hainan style chicken, bomb.
Yeah, I need to try that spot.
What about you?
Well, not every pop-up because that would be too much, but you know, our treat after a good pop-up is Taco Bell, for sure.
Do you get the burger at Taco Bell?
They have a burger?
Yeah, it's. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking Del Taco. My bad.
No, Del Taco. Different.
Yeah.
Damn, that should be a question.
Sorry.
That should be a
That should be a question.
Del Taco or Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taco Bell is amazing. Also, you can customize it like any which way. And on the app, it's like easy. You don't have to like tell your person like this embarrassing order. So Katie just does it on the app, and she can do no meat, no cheese. Like it's like pretty safe for fast food, you know.
Did you know that you can still order old off the menu items like the double decker? Do you remember the double decker?
Is that the one that came back recently with the crispy on the inside?
Oh yeah, I didn't know it
Katie
came
should be
back.
answering this
Yeah,
question.
I didn't
but
know it
she's,
came back.
like, all about this shit.
Well, I'll talk about with Katie too.
Let's save it. Let's save it for Katie.
Oh.
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh God.
Has anyone ever told you they hated your burger? Or maybe not so blatantly, but passively told you like, hey, you could have done a much better job if you did it.
I don't think to our faces.
Yeah, maybe not hated your burger, but has anyone like alluded to like, hey, you missed the mark on this one?
I mean, I'm sure someone has said it at some point, right? I can't think of like a specific instance. Although the other night we were at Waltz and we were like closing up, shutting down the grills, and we had like just like cooked off a bunch of singles to send to another bar down the street, and some folks came up and they're like, oh, like, are you still cooking, whatever? And we were like, no, we're all done. We realized like, well, we have all these singles, like they just came off the grill, like hadn't been sitting. So one of our guys went in and found them, and like we're like, we can sell you, like we have singles coming off, like if you want to buy one. And so I like handed this woman a burger and she picked it up. She said, oh, it's ice cold. And I was like, no, you're kidding. Like, no, it's not. It just came off the grill. And she's like, no, it's ice cold, but it's okay. I was livid. I was so upset because there's no way. And like I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm sure people have like DM'd us like complaining about X, Y, and Z of whatever. Or like people think that it's overcooked. I don't know. I can't think of a specific instance other than that because it's so on my mind right now.
I think about the criticism I've received before, and it's like, I break them up into like, do you work in the service industry or not?
Yeah.
And then I like internalize them differently.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a nonprofit event where everything was free once, and I handed someone a burger. They were their age doesn't matter, but I handed someone a burger, and they took a bite and they're like, oh no, like
in front of you?
This shit. Yeah, no, she was not shy about telling me. She's like, this is way too salty. Like,
Oh, we have gotten that comment before.
and they're like, give me like no cheese, no salt on a burger.
Yeah, we've gotten that.
And it was a free event, so I was like, cool, like get the burger, send it out. But I mean, I'm still talking about it 2 years later, so it did leave an impact because I was like, is my food really salty? My food is well seasoned,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't call
Same.
it salty.
No, yeah, we had someone do the same thing. They're like, can I get no, like, that was way too salty for me. Like, brought back, like, one bitten out burger, or one bite taken out of their burger, brought it back, and they're like, this is way too salty. Can I have one with, like, no seasoning? And we were like, sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sad for you, but Sure.
We're here to serve.
Yeah.
I don't want to knock it.
Are you right-handed too?
I'm right-handed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage, I guess.
Oh, this one's good. What makes your burger, yellow paper burger, unique from others?
I think what we did kind of unintentionally was like take the smash burger, the recent like craze or whatever, even though it's been around for 100 years. Take that like method of cooking the burger, but then put it on not a Martin's potato bun, and then put all the veggies that you find at like Tommy's or In-N-Out or any of the classic like LA burger joints. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's a lot of those like charbroil spots or just like not a smash burger spot, like old school burger joint. They have all the veggies on it, which I love, you know? But they're not, the old school places aren't usually doing a smash patty. It's like pre-portioned on the flat top or on the grill, you know? So it's kind of like putting those two worlds together. The like old school LA burger, traditional, with the now, again, more recent smash burger patty, if that makes sense. But that wasn't like a master plan, you know what I mean? That's just kind of like where we got to with experimenting with different burgers. If that makes sense.
It does. It does. I think when I first saw you guys on Instagram, I was like, oh, lettuce and tomato. Like, hell yeah. Just because everyone else was doing your typical smash burger, me included. And like when my parents first ate my burger, they were like, it was great, but it was missing lettuce and tomato.
Really?
Yeah. And so yeah, I could appreciate that about your burger.
What about you? What do you feel like makes a hamburger's nice? A hamburger's nice.
The breakfast stuff. That's kind of that's how I started. Before I made a smash burger, I was making breakfast burgers with like sausage patties.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna be thinking about my PM or regular backyard style burgers, I would say the quality of beef, just because I pay an extra buck to get like a better blend, and you know I'm not gonna put it on Instagram like our beef is better. Hey, that'd be a sticker. Our beef is better.
That's the next merch run.
But yeah, I think something like that. So, like just good quality, like attention to the beef.
Yeah.
Specifically.
You get it from
a butcher,
local butcher?
A butcher I met before I was ever in the game. He was my regular when I was bartending, and we became friends. He gave me his card, and I hit that number up years later. So.
Did you always do the jelly on the breakfast burger?
No.
Or was that an addition?
That was an addition. Maybe like a year in. I was just trying to mix it up. I was actually gonna create a different burger with jelly, but ended up just a breakfast burger with an egg and then put jam on it.
Yeah.
I'll admit, when I first started putting jam, I would say house-made jam. And I was like scooping it out of a jar.
Straight out of the Smuckers.
Yeah, it's time to be honest. But nowadays, and for the last like three and a half years, I crush berries and we cook them down and we make our own jam.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're getting personal. I don't like this podcast. Just kidding.
Wait, am I supposed to actually say this? Hey guys, if you want to support the channel and the people who run it, all you have to do is subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Oh, this is a good one. I was hoping they would ask us this. Tell us your best, worst in the weedz story. Also, weedz is spelled W-E-D-Z, which I think is appropriate. The real shit.
I've been in the weeds a bunch of times. When I think in the weeds, I think like helpless, where like I'm borderline, like why am I even doing this right now? So it was year one, and it was one of my first outdoor weekend pop-ups, and I was crazy enough to think I could pull it off by myself, and I set up my 10x10, my grill,
Like
my
taking
POS,
orders,
everything,
cooking,
no everything,
everything?
because I thought, cool, maybe like a couple people every 10 minutes, you know, I cook their burgers, I charge them, and I was super wrong. Like a line of people showed up, including my family, and I have a very large family in the area. And the moment, this is a longer story, but the moment, the in the weeds moment was, there was like a 45 to an hour wait for burgers. It's just me on the grill, and my older primas are standing right above me, like arms crossed. Just, they don't know why I'm not giving them their burgers first. And I was trying to be respectful to like everyone there. And
Yeah.
it was a helpless moment where I'm like the fact that my family's here is raising the stakes for me, because you know I was trying to perform.
For sure.
And
That sounds so stressful.
yeah, I still get in the weeds once in a while, but I try to put systems in place now to prevent that, whether it be
sure.
like a smaller menu or an extra hand or slowing down like the line, like the people taking orders, they like talk slow.
Yeah.
But I've been to some of your events where they're crazy ass lines. What about
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I mean, same. I feel like we've been in the weeds a lot, and it's like a learning moment, you know? Like, how can we like change our systems to do better next time? But I don't know. I think the one I think of like for us was early on pop-ups. We had a smaller crew. We had different equipment. We were set up in front of Sarah's Market, the first and only time we set up there. And we made the mistake of doing walk-ups, and we were still in the pre-order, like pandemic
stuff.
So we were doing walk-ups and pre-orders at the same time because we hadn't sold out of pre-orders. So we're like, let's just do both, see how it goes. And we just got rocked. And there's, that space in front of Sarah's, it's like a small sidewalk, And there was people lining up for pre-orders, for walk-ups. People were like parking in the middle, cars, and then that area of LA is like unincorporated, so it's only sheriffs. So the sheriffs started coming by and like telling people to move their cars, and then they were parked down the street, like a couple of sheriffs like fully suited up, And we're like, why are they staying here and like not like what's going on? And then a few minutes later, like 7 health department trucks, like pickup trucks, roll up, and they shut us down. And we hadn't put out all the food. They like made us turn off the flat top. They threw away all the food. It was a nightmare. I'm telling it now, and I'm like, I can't believe like this happened. You know what I mean? It was like the worst of the worst.
It made it like LA taco headlines. I remember, like, burger pop-up gets shut down.
It was bad. And Sarah's Market is so cool. Like, those people are the best. And they were like, you guys can come back anytime you want. They were like, and luckily they didn't get affected, and it was, as far as things go, like, not that bad. We refunded people. Everybody was like pretty cool about it. But Sarah's Market was like, you guys can come back whenever you want. And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to like cause a scene,
Do you feel like it helped your brand?
I don't know. There was like people talking about it, but like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like any press is good press kind of thing?
I think it helped his brand. Yeah, man, that shit blew you guys up. people that never heard of Yellow Paper started talking about it. My friends who had never heard of you were like, yo, look what happened at Sarah's. Sarah's was a big hub. It still is a big hub for like the latest pop-ups. And shout out to Steve and Sarah.
They're the best.
And yeah, I think it, like it was vicious to see them throw away all your food. And
I guess I didn't think about it like that. I mean, yeah, there's that any press is good press, but like in the moment, it does not. It does not feel good.
Yeah.
But if it had a positive thing later, like more people coming to check us out, then that's cool.
Right.
Definitely wasn't our plan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or some PR stunt, like whatever.
Shortly after that incident, it was on my radar because I was also just popping up outside, and I was in Anaheim at a friend's beer business, cooking outside, and like a sheriff pulls up, or I'm sorry, Anaheim. I don't know if they have sheriffs over there, but this Anaheim cop pulls up, and then another one pulls up behind my setup, and I told my staff, like, take out your phones. If we get rolled up, I want to at least, you know, build something from this, some awareness.
Have video.
And those cops came out and they're like, "Yeah, hamburger's nice."
They were fans.
Oh, it was crazy. Like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, come on in. But yeah.
That's funny.
Does that trigger you?
I didn't work in kitchens
Does
like
this trigger
the
you?
rest of you. Yeah, this one more than that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, losers.
Oh.
Ooh. Do you think you could work call-in station solo?
Yes. I've done it. Actually, yeah, I have. I have fully. Even
But
grill.
hold on. What's call-in station?
The grill.
And you could do it as good as them?
Yeah.
Better?
I wouldn't say better.
But as good for sure.
Slower. But I can do it. We had an event at what was it? At the Echo, and he got really sick, and it was like an event that we like couldn't bail on. And he was like, I've like run the grill by myself before, like with the rest of our team, but this was the first time that I was gonna have to like drive the van and run service without him. And I was like, I mean, we can't back out because it was that kind of deal, you know? So I just like made it happen. I drove the van, I unloaded the van, unloaded the grill, ran the grill. Luckily it was a service where it was kind of like a buyout, so we weren't like taking tickets. But I did it, and I wanted to throw up the entire time, but I still did it, so I can do it.
Can he do what you do?
Yeah.
As good as you? No, let's be honest.
I mean, yes, but like, again, slower, because like I'm always cold line and like wrapping and like packing and like expediting. So when like he jumps onto cold line, he's just a little bit slower. His wrapping is not as tidy.
His fingers are kind of weird. So.
But we try to cross train, like at least between ourselves, and we try to cross train everyone on our team so that, like, because I'm shit at register. If I have to take an order, sometimes I get like, you know, a wild hair, and I'm like, I'm gonna take an order from this person,
Right.
and then they give me cash. And I'm like, what is that? $11 from 20? I don't know what do I give you? It's 9.
How many different
Right.
like cashier people do you use?
We have 3 like employees, I guess you would say, other people on our team, and they can all do all of the stations aside from grill, because Colin always runs grill unless he gets deathly ill.
Right, deathly ill.
You mostly run your shit by yourself, right? Or you have like 1 or 2 other people?
People always help me, but I think because I was solo for this long, I've been able to do everything
could anyone do your
good, but I
What
must
if you
admit,
got
like
death
the people that helped me cashier, their swag and their it like now defines the energy of a Hamburger's Nice pop-up, and I feel myself because I recently did it. Like I cashiered for my own pop-up. I had someone else grilling, and I just felt fucking weird. Not
Yeah.
weird, but just a little lame compared to the girls that do it. I'm like, man, like I'm fucking in an apron. Like this is lame.
You should have gotten all dolled up.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, you're right. I should, like my little,
I hate to say
my
that,
curls.
but the difference in tips between when we have a lady working reg and a
Yeah,
dude working reg,
it's like night and day.
which is sad. Stop doing that. Tip everyone.
Don't stop.
But
I went for the ticket.
If you could only eat a Big Mac or a Whopper or a Hamburger's Nice breakfast burger for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Wait, what's the actual question?
A Big Mac or a Whopper? For the rest of your life. Do you even like Whoppers? Do people like Whoppers?
That's a good question. I did when I was a kid because my grandma in Connecticut, that was like her spot. We would go bowling and then we would go get a Whopper and onion rings. She loved Burger King. So maybe I'm just gonna say also I'm still boycotting McDonald's. I'm just gonna say in honor of Meme, a Whopper. Also, we should go, like, is it still good? I don't know. It probably is.
I want to talk to the producers of this show. Is there even a Burger King in Long Beach?
Damn. He had the
Yeah.
intersection right away.
There was the closest Burger King was in Carson off of 220th and Avalon, but it was too far to ride on your bike, so I never went.
So you've never been?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you've been.
2 times, 3 times. Del Amo Mall had a Burger King,
Oh.
but
Did Burger King do the chicken fries? Do you remember
yeah, they did.
Just-
Actually, what I
Just
remember
mini
more about
tent.
Burger King is they had the poor man's Western burger on the menu. It was called the Rodeo Burger, and it was $1.
like a Carl's Jr. ripoff?
It was a Carl's Jr. ripoff. 1 onion ring, maybe not even an onion ring, but it was like 1 onion ring, barbecue
little
sauce, meat, cheese, and fucking bomb, dude. Bomb.
So what would you do?
Whopper, Big Mac all day. Big Mac's just an inspiration. I don't know. Like, do I like any of those components by themselves? Like, do I like sesame seed buns? Lettuce, but together, it's. I can do without the middle bun.
You don't do the middle bun on yours, right?
When I make my Big Mac homages, I don't. It's
Is that because then you have an extra bun
it's because we're all in our 30s now and we're worried about calories and stuff.
for your health?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hamburger's nice for your health. No, your Big Mac is really good.
Thanks, man. The sauce has like 8 ingredients. Like it's a
Really?
sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, how did you figure that out?
Like Google, but then I changed. For instance, it called for like white vinegar, and I used the juice from the yellow chilies, the same yellow chilies you use. I use like that, and like I think it called for sugar, but instead of sugar, I just put extra sweet relish. So at this point, it's mine, and I put way more paprika than it asks for. But yeah, Big Macs all day. Whoppers.
So we're opposed.
Yeah.
speedy. Define a smash burger.
I heard about a smash burger on YouTube first, and it was the Oklahoma
Was it
onion
George
burger.
Moats?
It was George Moats. George Moats. And
Why do you say it like that?
because he's freaking famous now.
Yeah. He was just on Late Night with Seth Meyers.
Fuck, that's great.
Sorry for the free plug.
No. Shout out to George Moats, because a lot of people know Smash Burgers because of you, man. A smash burger. All right. Lacing on the patty. It gets smashed on a grill. And it's usually minimal ingredients like cheese, maybe onions, and maybe spread. A lot of people like to use the same buns. I forget what they're. Martin's buns. That's a smash burger. I think what you do and what I do, they're not smash burgers.
We've never called ours a smash
Me neither.
burger. We just kind of like got, yeah. We do smash them on the grill, but they're not what you're saying. They're not like that thin, lacy, like huge, like who wants a patty that's like
patty like this, bun
floating
like this.
outside of the bun for 10 years? Like what?
Yeah.
This is the bun. What's happening
Come
over
on,
here? What do I do with that?
Saturn's rings.
Yeah, smash burgers rings. For what?
That's a good one.
And they're probably on season. Sorry.
Simon's
Joking.
buns.
Skirt.
Guys, that's a wrap. Do I even say anything? It just says that's a wrap. You said don't say anything in caps.
SOS.
So there's
don't
so there's
say that. It was in caps. Don't say that.
Okay, so that's the end of it. Sorry. I'm like, there's nothing here. Oh, so what happens if we're opposed?
Do a shot.
I guess so. Yeah.
Are there penalties? We break the forms.
Not really. As long as you can drive yourself home.
We both used to be bartenders, so we're professionals.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Can the camera zoom in on this? Just kidding. Hold on. We're going to take a little halftime little shot here. Yours is going to be a little heavier than mine.
We're breaking all their rules. Am I doing
You just want a good show. Let's both click this.
I don't think I hit it, but.